Welcome back to this video. My name is Melvin. If you're the first time watching, welcome to my channel. Today in this video, I will be actually telling you guys that, as the title says, I'm going to Korea. And this is through the Vaccinated Travel Lane that Singapore just had this partnership with Korea to do this Vaccinated Travel Lane, and which means that if you take Vaccinated Travel Lane authorized flights, you won't have to quarantine there or quarantine when you come back. So you just have to take these selected flights and you will be able to travel quarantine free. So basically that's what a VTL flight is. And if you're watching this video, I guess you're probably interested in the VTL travel, or if not, you're just watching for fun, hearing me rant and all that. But in this video, most importantly, I want to share how is it like to prepare for a South Korea VTL trip in particular, because the VTL requirements for every country is different. But of course, when you come back to Singapore, it's the same, but what is required from the other side, like for example the country you're heading to, it will be different. So do not take this as an accurate example and follow for other countries besides South Korea. Also, just want to say, today I'm actually just working from home, and this shirt here was sent to me by G2000. So this is not a sponsored video, but I'm just saying this shirt is a good fit. It makes me look a bit like James Bond in my own thinking. Yeah, so I'm just hallucinating sometimes. But so anyways, I also wrote a vlog about the VTL trip, and it is very comprehensive, and you have all the things you need to prepare for your VTL trip. So if you want to know what documents to prepare, what flights to go on, what insurance to buy, you can all check it out here. I did a whole list of them, and it will be very helpful if you're intending to go for a VTL trip to South Korea. So do check that out. So without further ado, let's get started to prepare for the trip. And there's so many things, honestly. I spent like almost 2 days writing this vlog, and it just took me a lot of time because there were so many details, and everything is everywhere. And I actually try to update this as much as possible, but things are always revolving. So I recommend you not to book your flights too early, because you might just end up not going, or things might change, you know, on the Singapore side or on South Korea side, you never know. Yeah, so that's just my advice to you. So maybe just book like 2 weeks or 3 weeks in advance, and yeah, let's go. So for the insurance, do look out for the minimum coverage for COVID-19 medical related treatments, which is required for the Korea government side to have a minimum coverage of 30 million, which equates to 34,000 Sing dollars, and that's the minimum you have to. And not all insurances provide this coverage, and some exclude COVID-19 related claims completely. And so today I'm just gonna get the one that the Korea Tourism Organization recommended me, and that's gonna be from AIG Travel. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fill out the details. Alright, so my travel policy has been sent to me. So I'm supposed to record my travel itinerary with Ministry of Foreign Affairs, but right now the link is actually not working, so I might probably do it tomorrow or so. So another thing is, so I got my travel policy sent to me and approved, and I will also have to actually print it out. So to have it as a physical copy is actually a requirement by the Korea government side. So do have it printed out and carry with you for your trip. So that's something very important. So the next thing is I have to actually notarize. I mean, the app or website is called Notarize, which means I have to digitally authenticate my vaccination certificate and also my PCR status. But so I haven't done the PCR test because I have to do it actually 72 hours before the flight, and it's still early, so I don't have to do that yet. But I actually already certified my vaccination cert, so that is no issue. Yeah, but now I will have to actually apply for the electronic travel authorization, which it's ETA, and you have to do that minimally 24 hours before your flight. So I'm just going to do that now, and it's not free. let's find out how much it is.
So basically this ETA is actually required by Korea, and they have actually step-by-step guides to actually guide you along, so you don't have to worry. And so actually, yeah, just follow the steps here and you should be able to get through it. So you have to do it at least 24 hours before the boarding of the flights.
And now another thing is I want to copy my hotel's address here, but they don't allow, so it just shows like it's clipboard, so I have to actually like type it out, which is really annoying. So I have to pay 10,300 won for the K-ETA. That's about $13. Yeah. Okay, and now after applying for the K-ETA, now that I have to do a COVID test 72 hours before, actually not COVID test 72 hours, you have to receive, so the keyword is you have to receive the COVID results 72 hours before. So considering that I'm flying on a Sunday night, actually a Monday morning actually, I want to book it maybe early Friday morning, and I can get the results probably latest by Sunday. Yeah, I can't get through it because it's already off their working hours, so I guess I'll just call tomorrow, or I will just walk in at most on Friday morning. I think it's fine. Alright, next up I have to book my, what do you call that? Arrival COVID test. So this is actually the one where I will have to come back to Singapore and then do the COVID test, PCR test in Singapore when I come back from my trip, and they will send me the results within 12 hours. So that's that, and I do it via this Changi Airport website.
Do take note, you're supposed to put Korea, the Republic of, and not like North Korea, which is here. Then you're coming back from North Korea. So I'm at the payment stage. I'll still have to pay 160, but according to what was previously mentioned, they said like arrival will be revised to 125 onwards. So if you paid the test on or after 18, the price will be refunded to them. So meaning if you're taking after 18, the price will be 125, and they will refund you the difference in the amount. So don't have to worry. So I'm just gonna pay 160 for now. So after paying, I immediately got a message from my email, and it states all the details. And with the QR code, I will just scan this and get my swab test when I come back. Now I have to book the one for Incheon Airport when I arrive. So that is done through the Korea's government website. I'm safe to go, so I'm just gonna book it now. Just like checking my own blog for reference, because like since I already like did all the writing and stuff, I'm just gonna go book it now. Here are like lots of different tests that can be done, and I think for Singapore they just put PCR tests. And so I'm foreigner, so just choose foreigner without health insurance, and this is the cost. It really depends whether you are in the working hours or not. So for RT-PCR, and I'm not sure if it means everything. I think it means everything. So I just finished booking the one from Korea, tested, and then to Singapore. So the price is a bit different. Now it's showing like 180,000, then the previous 174,000 I think, which I don't know for whatever reason. Yeah, maybe it's like non-subsidized if you're leaving the country. Korea misses you and wants you to stay longer. Yeah, so that's an additional cost, and it will come up to over $200. It's about $205 Singapore dollars. Yeah, so now that I've finished booking everything in Korea, and also booking all the required tests in Singapore, I will take a break and continue tomorrow, because yeah, I spent almost like 2 hours doing all this. So much work. See you guys tomorrow. Alright guys, so continuing the booking and the whole procedure, it's another day. So now I actually managed to book the PCR test, but it's actually a challenge.
if you don't mind the price, you can go to any clinics, they probably have slot. But if you're more concerned about the price, usually those with franchises like Raffles Clinic and also Parkway Shenton Healthway, they charge a similar price, about 136 Singapore dollars. But the one I went to was a 24-hour clinic, because they were the only ones with slot left, and which is nearby my house, and it cost $200, which is significantly higher, and that's something you would like to take note of. I went to the swab test today at this 24-hour center clinic. I waited about 15 minutes. Before me, there was just one Korean guy. So there's just two of us taking the swab test at 10 a.m. But so it seems like the slots is very limited, because I don't see anyone queuing after. Like when the time was 10:30, there was no other person that was waiting for a PCR test. So I guess there's just maybe two packs per slot. And for that clinic wise, there's only two slots, the 10 and the 2 p.m. slot, which is very limited. So I suggest that you book early. Also, you might want to actually enter your trip details with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Singapore, so that if any disaster or whatever happens, you will be able to be like rescued in a sense. So that's something recommended, but it's not something compulsory, so just to take note of. But for the sake of this video, I will just go ahead and fill that in as well. So you will also have to download the quarantine app. It's called Self-Check on the App Store. So after you download the app, fill up your details, your passport, your phone number. You might also need a Korean phone number, but I don't know exactly the information. I tried filling in like just random stuff. They accept it and they don't like do a double check on the phone number. So I guess if you don't have a Korean phone number when you're in Korea, it's fine. Just key in some random numbers, but I will update maybe below or in another video how this safe entry check-in thing is gonna work. So you're supposed to actually check in yourself every day to make sure that you're safe. Here you have the app. Yeah, it has like daily check-in, daily self-check-in, self-record, and I actually don't know whether they mandate this or they have the ability or not, but let's see how it goes. I just know that you have to download it, and they will check whether you download it. Alright guys, so just wanted to give you an update before I end the video. I actually got my COVID result and it turns out to be negative. It took about 6 hours before I got the results, and it was automatic because my clinic actually had this system that they actually verify the PCR test results, and I didn't need to do the notarization myself on the government website, so that was easy. And if you want to know all the details, I wrote a blog about this, as I said, so do follow the instructions and you'll find all you need about the VTL to Korea. So I hope this video was helpful, and thank you for watching. If you have questions, do leave me a comment below. I try to answer them. If not, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.